One of the biggest problems that exist in Christianity today, I think, is that people don't live the way we're supposed to live. They say if they just confess their sins and they can do whatever they want. You know, they just have to acknowledge Jesus Christ. That's not what we're taught. And I think Paul brings it out in a very distinct manner because he says that we are the temple of the living God. And he brings that out in a very important way. And I think this has to do with being created in God's image. And that's what separates us from the rest of the world. And I think, or the rest of the living creatures too. But it's that leadership. We have to be seen and act as the living God. We have to live as Jesus lived, and as Jesus taught. We have to be God's ambassador, as we're told elsewhere, to this earth, because we're not. We just can't go off and live, our own thing and live in the ways of the world anymore. If we're truly committed to God, if we truly say we believe in Jesus Christ, then we better start living it. And that's what that verse from 2 Corinthians 2:16 says. That we're to be that example. We're to be the temple of the living God. And if we're not, then there's something wrong. And I don't care where you go, most Christians live in the ways of the world, even though they say they don't. And even though their pastors say they don't. All you have to do is look at them. And maybe that's why Gandhi said, I might have become a Christian if it wasn't for the Christians, because they weren't acting like God said Christians were to live. And I think that's the biggest problem we face today as a religion. Why don't more people follow us? Why are there less people going to church? And there's a lot of feel-good churches that really let you go off and do whatever you want and don't talk about that. And just so you go out and get new people to say they believe, no. Christianity is living like Jesus Christ in all things. And to remember that in heaven, there is no pain or suffering or death. And we are not to cause that here on earth. Because Jesus teaches us to pray, like the second part of the Lord's Prayer, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. That's our responsibility. We're supposed to be seen as God's emissary here on earth. Amen.